Alright, let's see here. We have never seen that pet before. Crawling Claw, Anomalous. So we have two magic pets. Good thing I don't have any aquatic damage. I think I'm gonna start with one of these two. Probably Jingles. Okay. Um, yeah, Booby Trap Presence isn't that good against magic pets, unfortunately. I might be better off swapping for now. I'll go ahead and throw out my Booby Trap Presence, but it's unfortunate. I'm probably going to take that Curse of Doom now. Yeah, figured that's what he's running. I'll go ahead and get my Gift of Winter Veil on cooldown. And he's going to swap me. Nothing I can really do about that Curse of Doom. I think I'll go ahead and... Let me just Predatory Strike. It's possible he might swap. I don't really want to stun him if he's just going to swap anyways. See here. Let's go ahead and do the stun. I kind of also just wanted to see what he was running, but yeah, he's running Shadow Slash, pretty expected. Let's go for Alpha Strikes here. Our Beast Ratio is activated for Booby Trap Presence, but doesn't really matter because he's going to be taking it with a magic pet, probably Anomalous. I think it's in my best interest to take. He'll probably go for Curse of Doom here. Regardless, I think I should swap to Jingles. Since I'm relatively low HP, I could just die to Anomalous's AoE on the backline anyways, so... Okay. He's saving Anomalous for the end, which is, I think, good for me. I'm going to go ahead and Booby Trap Presence. I don't know if he has a slow, but even if he does, I might still be faster than him. It's hard to say. I feel like I'm probably not, but... Get as much damage out of Jingles as possible. Okay, so he doesn't have the slow, which is good for us. We can get off one more attack before Jingles dies. And then I feel like the Flotsam Harvester will do just fine versus Anomalous since he's full HP. I'll go ahead and bring in my Lovebird Hatchling because I have my stun off cooldown. And I think he would have died actually on the next turn before he even got any attacks off. He should have used that Anomalous to start out. Ding. What should I take? Alright. I'm going to play with all the pets from Love is in the Air. Try to see if I can get a win with each of them. So we got one with the Lovebird Hatchling. It's probably one of the better ones. I feel like the Heartseeker Moth is by far the best one, and then the Lovebird Hatchling is probably the second best. These two are really not that good. I have a couple teams with them. So I could go with two beasts. Or I could go with this team. If I'm going against Anomalous, I think this team actually is a little better. I don't know. Let me try this team first. If it doesn't win, then I'll try the other team. It's a little bit of a gimmick. Oh, wait, no, yeah, this team. Yeah, this team's a little bit of a gimmick because I'm running two beast pets, but my thinking is if I queue into mechanicals, I should be okay because I have an elemental to take weak damage from mechanical attacks, and I have so much elemental damage on this team. Actually don't think I'm going to have much trouble running into mechanicals with this team, even though I have two beasts. And it looks like this guy doesn't have any mechanical damage. He almost certainly has Crush, which will be weak versus these pets. I think my best bet is to start with the Rose type in. If I can blind his Poison Protocol, that would be insane. Okay. I think, I think I'll go for Puncture Wound right away. I would like to save it for my Beast Racial, but Nautilus doesn't really do its damage right away, so... we should kill him in at the end of this turn with the dot. And then my Rose Typin should survive for later, although he isn't particularly useful against the Vengeful Porcupet. Debating saving their Typin for later or dotting up the Porcupet. If I dot him, I'm basically dead. That's a tough one. I think I'm better off saving my Rose Typin for later. He is a pretty decent cleanup pet, and I think he'll survive barely. As long as I don't get crit too much. He is probably going to go for Spirit Spikes. Oh, he didn't. Okay, a little bit surprised by that. Got to unbug Power Ball with the red question mark here. Okay, surely he goes for the Spirit Spikes now, right? If I was him, I would certainly Spirit Spikes. Yeah, there it is. Oh, we died barely. Was there like a bunch of crits on me? No, it almost just does that much damage. I did not expect to die. I think he did get one crit with the dots, but yeah, that crit. I should have just stayed in and dotted him. Misplay, but I would have survived. I'm almost 100% certain if none of those dots crit, and then that's too bad. We're going to have to hope he doesn't get a triple. Oh my gosh, so many crits. Okay, let's go ahead and attack here. I see no way to win this. That full HP Anubis Hath Idol is going to be too much for my living Rose. I think I just swapped too much, honestly. Let's let Buttercup die. Then yeah, I died of Spirit Spikes plus Stone Skin. There's really nothing I can do. Fortunately, he didn't go for the Spirit Spikes, but yeah, we're just too low HP. We died a Sandstorm. I misplayed swapping out my Rose Typin, but it's hard to say if it was more of a misplay or if it was just unlucky. Because I swear I don't die if his dots don't crit me. But in hindsight, I should have just stayed in, gotten the guaranteed attack off, and not wasted a turn. I'll try that team maybe again later. Let's try this team instead because it'll do better against the idol. Gleamhoof Fawn's a pretty decent counter to the idol, even though it does weak damage because I can tank a lot of damage and then swap to the back line and heal with Nature's Ward. If I can't win with either of his teams, I'll just try a different pet because the Living Rose is not very good. 260 speed's uh pretty bad for PvP, and his moveset isn't even all that good. I mean, I think this is probably the best moveset you can run with him. I guess you could try Lullaby if you have like a way to buff your speed. Well, I do have a way to buff my speed, but even with Dazzling Dance or Moon Dance, I'm still only 325 speed, so I'm probably better off just taking Leech Seed. But yeah, I got several teams here with Love is in the Air pets. I feel like half these teams are just Heartseeker Moth teams. It's way better than the other pets. It's actually a pretty decent moveset. It's got a dodge, a dazzling dance. Basic attack's kind of meh, but it's okay. I wish it wasn't balance. If it was HH, it'd be like slightly more health and the same attack speed, the same attack power probably. I've got the same guy as before. He ran away. Um, I don't think that guy actually forfeited. I think I know what happened. There is a really annoying bug. That's exactly, by the way, why I am queuing right here in the middle of nowhere in Draenor. Is whenever I would queue from the starting zone, the Undead's starting zone, it felt like every other match, I would get zoned into a midnight area that would instantly teleport me out the second the game would start. And that guy forfeited so quickly. I'm pretty sure what's happening is he's not even. I don't even think he's having time to forfeit the game. I think he is just queuing from somewhere where it's. Yeah, that's just a really annoying bug. That's probably going to be the case until midnight because I don't think Blizzard's ever going to fix it. But if you're not like queuing from Deep Home or Draenor or somewhere where it keeps you in that continent, then it'll try to how do I explain this? It'll try to spawn your pet battle in some midnight zone that we're not allowed to go to yet, which is a really, really annoying bug. I mean, it'll hopefully go away once okay. Wait, no? Hmm. It's possible he's just spam leaving, but I feel like he's leaving so fast. He's probably just getting the teleport bug. There's no way that he's looking at this team and going, "Yeah, I'm not going to be able to beat that." Like his team should beat my team. I don't think he's actually actively forfeiting. I mean, I would not forfeit versus this team. This team does not look very scary. The only decent pet on it is the Gleamhoof Fawn, who is, I mean, he's a really good tier 1 pet, but without Sandstorm, he's not that oppressive. He's more of like a Sandstorm Lost Quill counter than like a super high meta pet. I mean, it's possible he's running away, but I don't think so. Alright, hopefully the game goes through this time. Oh, just declined. This might not be the best team. If I get that Anubis Idol player again, his team's pretty good. A Novelist and Anubis Idol's like two of the best pets in the game, and then the Vengeful Porcupet's not easy to fight. I might want to pick a different team. I don't know if the Living Rose can beat that team. If he misplays, then maybe, but he was playing pretty good. I didn't see him make any, like, he was a little bit weird about his Spirit Spikes. He wasn't using it on cooldown, but that's not, like, bad. It just makes it harder to predict what he's going to do. Maybe this team would do better, though. Um, I don't know. Petal Feet's not very good. Although he does take weak damage from the Vengeful Porcupet. So weird. Q's might just be dead this week since, as far as I can tell, the Pet Battle Quest is still bugged. I'm guessing it'll be bugged all of pre-patch. Which I don't really care about losing out on the level 25 stone. I got plenty of those in the bank, but it means nobody else is going to be really queuing. Okay, we got a triple magic team. I don't have any mechanicals, so that's too bad, but let's do the Living Rose to start out. This is probably the scariest pet, but the Nordrasil Wisp can be annoying for sure. I'm gonna go for my dot, see if I land it, and we got lucky. He's certainly gonna go for a light, I would imagine. Let me go for a little Dazty. I can actually outspeed the Wisp with Dazzling Dance. Not sure about using... Let me use Trample, just in case. Okay, yeah, so he has Arcane Explosion. I was wondering if he had... Okay, let's see here. Let's Moon Dance so that we're faster. And then if he blinds us, we can swap. I think I'm going to go ahead and hold off on Moonfire because that's going to buff like all of his attacks. But by 20... Oh, it's only 10%. Well, I save you for later. We're still slower on both of these pets than the Wisp, so I may as well just bring the Gleamhoof on. So that I can AoE heal. He's done a bit of damage with the Arcane Explosion spam. Definitely want a Nature's Ward immediately because he probably has some strong damage versus critters. I'm wondering if he has Lash though because he went for Screech. Nope, he has Pounce, so it's a good thing I had Nature's Ward up. Don't take strong damage from that anymore. Okay, well that's a fast pet. I'm gonna bring in my Living Rose. Gonna Entangling Roots first, and then Leech Seed once I've taken some damage. And he should die to the dot in the next round, so... Okay, yeah, he's gone. Well, yeah. It was a pretty easy fight. The team was not very good. But we got a win with the Living Rose, so let's find another pet. Let's try Petal Feet. I'm going for Call Lightning Rapid Fire build here. Not sure how good it'll be. If I don't queue into a Weather Changer, it could be decent, but if I queue into Sandstorm, I'm not really going to be able to do a whole lot with Rapid Fire. Might honestly just be better off using Petal Feet to soak Sandstorms and then heal, and hopefully my Snapdragon can get some work done once Sandstorm's on cooldown. This team might actually not do too bad against an idle team. I have two Weather Changers. This guy is strong versus idols. This guy has strong damage versus idols. This is easily the worst pet from the event, though. The Toxic Wasteling is just completely horrible. Awful race, awful moveset. Awful breed. It's basically just a worse version of the Jade Oozling. And the Jade Oozling was already like a super meme pet. I'll go ahead and queue this team. See what happens. If I get like a random family brawler team or that Anubis idol player, this team could actually do fairly decent against that idol team, because so my undead does well against the idol. Chompy. I lost track of my train of thought. For some reason, I thought he was good versus the Vengeful Porcupet, but he is not. Nope. Yeah, that Vengeful Porcupet's going to be a problem. Hopefully, I don't get this guy again, because I don't think this team will beat him. Okay, we got probably the same guy, but he's doing aquatics now. I have a bunch of undead damage, so that's unfortunate. But let's just start with my my flyer. I think I am best off just going for Toxic Fumes right away, just because it hits the hardest. Chompy has a lot of attack power, so even though I don't do strong damage, should do okay here. Definitely not worth going for that. It's weak damage and it um, does a turn less under Cleansing Rain. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay in. As long as I get a high end, this leopard tree frog should die. Okay, good. We got a high end. Now I can change his weather. Chompy's going to be my MVP for sure. These two pets are really not great. The only thing I kind of have going for me is the Toxic Wasteling does take weak damage from like all of his attacks, but let's go ahead Toxic Fumes. I want my weather, not his. Okay. Let's soak that. I think it's pretty easy to say it's going to be good on my toxic wasteland because this is my least valuable pet. Let's go for, I think, corrosion. It's probably just going to bubble anyways, so it doesn't really matter what I press for these 2 turns. Yeah, I think corrosion's, usually I'd go for acidic goo first, but I think corrosion is slightly better versus aquatic since it has some upfront damage. Dots do 50% less damage to aquatics. Maybe I go for an absorb. I think I'll go for acidic goo. I mean, it does buff the dot of corrosion by 25%, so he's, oh, I mean, if I was him, I would certainly dive, so I'm just going to go ahead and predict that and swap. And then, I can either heal or kill him. I think I'll just kill him. Okay. Skittering Eel's a good pet, but I don't think he can 1v3 here. I'm gonna go ahead. He could go for a dive. So I'm gonna heal. Yep, there's the dive. And I think he's too far behind to win at this point. I'm just gonna stay in on my undead. I don't have to get fancy and swap or anything, even though I deal weak damage. I think he's gonna die before my undead's gone. Actually. Okay, so I'm above 25%, right? I think it's worth it to go for digest brains here. And then, yeah, that should kill him. Getting kind of lucky. Spam queuing into family brawler teams, because these teams that I'm playing with are not very good. Let's see here. Okay, so we need a win with pedal feet still. We'll try this team. If it doesn't win, I think this team's a little better. I guess I could make a different team with pedal feet. I think this moveset's a little bit gimmicky. Rapid fire is just yeah, whenever I see a pedal feet running rapid fire, I don't really expect to lose. It's so little damage, even with lightning. Okay, we got an idol. That's gonna be scary for my Snapdragon. Okay. I'm gonna start with Mr. Delver. If he starts with the idol, I'm just gonna swap him right away. He started with the Pandaren Water Spirit. I think I'll still swap him. It's free damage, and it'll bring in Benex, which if he goes for Bubble, is just gonna get removed by Build Turret right away. I'm gonna go for a batter here. Let's see what he does. He's rooted now. Do I want to eat the sandstorm with pedal feet and be rooted? I don't know how good that could be. Yeah, it might be better for me to just go for a batter. Get that damage out before Sandstorm's out. Now I can't really do as much damage to him. He has Sandstorm on cooldown now, and I can't be rooted because Mudslide's not the weather anymore, so... I feel like he's going to certainly go for the deflection. So I'm just going to go for Water Jet. Oh, he didn't go for deflection? Uh, okay. And maybe he doesn't go for it again? Yeah, he didn't go for it. Um, it's too bad I didn't get that Call Lightning out in the last turn of Build Turret, but it's okay. Oh, what if he has Tidal Wave? That would be so sad for Mr. Delver. Let's go for some damage. Strong versus the Pandaren Water Spirit. Hmm. Okay. Okay. I could just dive. Probably would have been smart for him to bring in his idol there, since I think the dive was fairly readable. And then he could have punished it with a sandstorm, but it's hard to say who is winning right now. Obviously, I'm not staying in to eat that sandstorm with my aquatic, but the question is, do I eat it with Mr. Delver or with Pedal Feet? I mean, I'm really low HP on Mr. Delver, but I feel like Pedal Feet's just my least valuable pet, so it's probably in my best interest to soak with him. Okay. Um, hmm. Let's go ahead and attack him with this. We got the stun proc. That's nice. Uh, this is going to literally do nothing under Sandstorm, but I don't know if I really want to swap right now. Hmm. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and swap. If he uses Mudslide, then I'll actually be able to start doing some damage. I'm going to go for a batter. Doesn't do much damage under Sandstorm, but I mean, turret does less. Okay. Well, let's go for a build turret. Sandstorm's about to expire, and he might change the weather anyways. Mechanical Racial's gone. And then, now that Sandstorm's gone, it should break Bubble. I am inclined to swap him for the free damage. If he has Water Jet, I'm dead, so... Okay. Ah, he rooted himself, so he can't be swapped. That was probably accidental, but it definitely worked out nicely for him. Mr. Delver is gone, but we take the Sandstorm. And I'm gonna bring in my Storm Infused Snapdragon. Go for Call Lightning. If he deflections it, that's fine. Well played by him. But now he can't do anything to avoid this last round of turret. It's in his best interest. Yeah, he actually is stuck. Even if he wanted to swap, it's in his best interest to sacrifice the idol at this point. It's too low HP to get any more value out of him. Oh, that was a lucky crit. We would not have killed him without it. Um, I'm suspecting he's going to go for Mudslide. So I'm going to dive. And even if our Snapdragon dies, I think Pedal Feet can clean up what's left of this Venax. Yeah, a couple lucky crits on our end, but I think we would have won regardless. He played pretty well. Forgot what his third pet was. Oh yeah, the The elemental's a little bit of a random pet, more of a PvE pet. Let's see here. Did we win with everything except the Heartseeker Moth? We did. I got a lot of teams with the Heartseeker Moth, so let's try some fun teams. If we can't win with them, I'll just play something more OP. Like this team will probably just completely farm, no matter what I queue into. These two are a really deadly combo. Um, let's try this. I don't think this team will do that well against idols, but all three of my pets have a way to avoid sandstorm, so the real weakness I have is strong versus the salamander, and immolation doesn't really do anything through sandstorm, but I do have the power imp, so I can get a little bit of healing even if sandstorm's out. I think I made this team when the Briarhorn was still a mechanical. It was so much better when it had the mechanical racial. Yeah, that would make sense because I would want the Lovebird Hatchling as a counter for elementals. Uh-oh. We got a triple idol team. I can beat one idol with this team, I think. I don't think I can beat two. I guess I could try. Even if he plays just horrendously bad. I don't see a possibility of me beating this guy. He would have to have, like, stone skin or for his keyboard to break. I don't know. You don't really even need a keyboard for pet battles, just click your buttons. Um, hmm, okay. Yeah, it'd be nice if I had a weather changer for sure. I'm debating just forfeiting and playing a different team. Because not only do I have like a less than 1% chance of winning, but this is going to be a terribly boring game to watch. I'll play it out for a bit, see how it goes. I don't need Dazzling Dance, so I could just go for damage. Okay. Interesting deflection. Let's go for Dust Cloud. Our Imp is getting a little bit of healing. Let me just stay on the Heartseeker Moth. I don't think it's worth it for me to swap. Nah, he got a crit. Um, let's bring in the Imp. I go for an Immolation, I guess. It's like no damage, but I can do some healing with it. Go ahead and portal. Yeah, there's just there's no way. I'll be lucky if I kill one of his idols. Let's see here. I think this team will easily beat him, but I don't necessarily want to resort to that yet. This team could maybe do okay. Got some darkness action. That might be the move. Also, Squirky is fairly decent against idols. But he's kind of more of like a... He's good versus 1v1, not like 1v3. I think I should try this team first. Okay, he missed. Maybe he'll miss all the rest of his attacks and we can win. Hmm. I guess we'll swap because we don't want to take that strong damage. Okay, interesting. Maybe he will Sandstorm. Ooh, that was good. We can heal now. He should just swap into his other one and Sandstorm. Okay. We can survive. I swap. Yeah, I don't know. I think what I'll do is Water Jet. I'm gonna swap now. Now that I took that Sandstorm, my next rewind time is gonna be a big heal. So let me burn until my Rebellious Imp dies. I need him to miss like 7 attacks and I could win this. Ah, so close. Okay, let's go ahead and heal. And bubble. And yeah, I'm not going to give him the satisfaction. But I'll happily counter him. Come on, Q again. See what happens when I have a weather changer. It's not like a hard counter, but darkness does decently well against Sandstorm usually. Ah, we got a different guy. That's too bad. Oh well. That was boring anyways. So we got a HP Starlet, kind of a PvE team. The Kunchang Hatchling's a really cool pet. I'm gonna start with the Nightshade Sproutling. He's a good opener. I can blind his first 2 moves. He does take weak damage from darkness. Kunchang's actually going to be a bit of a problem. I think for sure I want to save my Nightshade Sproutling for the mechanical later. I'm going to go for Call Darkness because it's so overtuned, even versus a beast. It just does more damage than Lash. And then, okay, let's see here. I think it's in my best interest to just bring in the Heartseeker Moth for a couple reasons. His attacks are weak versus me. And my attacks are weak versus the mechanical, so I don't want to save my... Okay, do I think he's going to go for Puncture Wound right now? I'm going to go ahead and use my dodge. If I was him, I would use my Puncture Wound right now. Oh, he didn't use it. Well, that was smart of him. But yeah, if I was him, I would have predicted that he would activate my Beast Racial. I would have gotten that puncture wound, but it ended up working out well for him that he saved it, because now I don't have a dodge for it. Fortunately, it's weak damage, but it does have a beast racial, so that hit pretty hard. Not too worried, though, because this guy is really bad versus the mechanical. He probably has Power Ball, so it could be worth going for Dazzling Dance. Plus, I deal weak damage to him anyway, so I think Dazzling Dance is the move here. We could save this guy for later. Is that worth it? I think it's just better to let him kill me quickly, so I get the free swap as soon as possible. I need to unbug Powerball. Okay, so I take strong damage on Twilight. The obvious move here would be the Nightshade Sproutling while I'm still faster. We'll go ahead and go for a Lash. He's just going to have to spam Powerball a couple times before he's faster than me. Let's go for another Lash. Oh, he is not faster than me yet, so I can Blinding Poison him. That was a mistake. He should have gone for another Powerball. Okay. Well, that was smart, I guess. I didn't expect that. Hmm. Let's get Call Darkness on cooldown. It's big damage. Okay. We'll bring in the Beast since he's worthless versus Iron Starlet. And you go for Call Darkness. This will be really bad if I miss, because he's going to be faster because of his flying racial. Okay. I was very lucky we didn't miss there. And if we Surge of Light, he should... Yeah, he should die. I think we just let him kill Twilight. Oh, Twilight's still faster, barely. That's lucky. He should go for Powerball. I think that... no, I don't think Powerball killed me unless he crits. He has to go for Wind Up. I think we're too far ahead. We can't miss because of Elemental Racial, so yeah, we got him. Even just one Lash kills him. All right, got to win with every pet. I'll play a couple more. Try to get like one or two more wins, and then I'll call it for tonight. Just for getting some games. I'm gonna play another team. Could try this team again. I don't know. If I get the idols, it's not gonna be very much fun. Let's play this team. If I get the idols, this team has a fighting chance because I have a weather changer now. I don't have an aquatic on my team anymore. Squirky's fairly decent against idols because he's just a little bit faster. If I get a well-timed bubble, I don't know if I can beat 3 idols, but okay. We got a darkness team with a little fawn. That's a really random comp. But darkness is definitely not going to be fun for my humanoid. He's probably going to start with the Dread Hatchling. That's what I would start with. I'm going to start with my Undead, because I expect him to... Okay. A little confused, but I'm going to go for Acid Rain. I have no idea what he's trying to do here with the little fawn. That's such a random third for these two. Like, darkness is not going to go well with that. I mean, Squirky's the obvious matchup here. I do strong damage. I got stunned. That's unfortunate. He should just swap. If I was him, I would swap. He does weak damage to me, so I'm going to predict he's going to swap. And bring back in Light Breath. I can't believe he actually stayed in. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. We'll just literally swap right back, since he is locked into Stampede now. He can't headbutt for one more turn, so we can do strong damage to him. I have to remember he is a critter, though, and not try to stun him. It's so awkward. He's actually faster than me. So I can't bubble the headbutt, but it is weak to the... It is weak to the flyer. So that could be worth. Do I bring in Blight Breath or the flyer? I think I'm going to bring in Blight Breath. Acid Rain does 25% extra damage now. I really just want to try to get rid of that flying racial as much as I can. So I might actually just stay in on Blight Breath. Is it worth it to go for Dreadful Breath here? I don't think so. And it's because Twilight is actually faster than Squirky by 1 speed. You know what? Maybe I should have brought in the Heartseeker Moth instead of Squirky. I can take out Bambi here. And I have to swap out a Squirky here. That's just... I die, and I need to save him. He's too important. So... I'm going to bring in the Heartseeker Moth now. I have no choice. That's just what I have to do. If I brought in the undead, he's just going to get stunned. So we're going to Dust Cloud, hopefully avoid a Surge of Light. I have 3 pets and he has 2. But I don't think I'm ahead yet, actually. Especially since he didn't get baited by my Dust Cloud to Surge of Light. Okay, I'm going to attack him. I'm basically just waiting for the stun. Okay, now that he stunned me, I can swap to Blight Breath just fine. I am... This is tough. I'm going to Toxic Smoke first. I think I want to save my Acid Rain. Hopefully until after we call Darknesses. Okay, I'm going to go Acid Rain here. Surely... Okay, yeah, I was figuring he would probably go for a basic attack, and then he would have to choose if he wants to waste his Call Darkness just to have his weather on my undead round. Do I go for the... Yeah, let's go for Dreadful Breath. It's more damage. Okay. We have our speed buff. Let me think. Oh, I actually don't know who I want to bring in. I think I want to bring in the Flyer because I might need to rebuff my... Okay, I should not die to Shadowtown unless he crits me. If he crit me, I think he won there, but I think I just win now because I still have Dazzling Dance long enough to No, anything could happen. Still has darkness. Okay, we have to dodge, obviously. Once darkness is out, anything could happen, but until then... Okay, we're gonna reapply Dazzling Dance. We need that since Squirky's slower than Twilight. If he's smart, he's gonna go for Call Darkness now to kill me. And then just pray that I miss. What I'm gonna do, just in case I miss my Clobber, because then I lose instantly, is I will Bubble. And if he uses Surge of Light into it, I think I probably just win. I'm gonna save Clobber. As long as I land this, he's just dead. So there's no real point in going for Clobber. Okay, we got the win. That was close. I feel like I kind of misplayed at one point. There was a time when I brought in Squirky, and I think I should have just brought the Heartseeker Moth, but we got the win. We got the win. I think we got lucky that he had this random fawn. If he had like any other darkness pet, I'm sure his team would have beaten mine. Okay, that was a good win. And my video is getting kind of long, so I think I'm gonna call it there. Record some more tomorrow. So yeah, that was some fun playing with all the pets from the Love is in the Year event. This is a good year for me. I finally got this mount after 13 years. I'm pretty fucking happy. I kind of cheated to get it. There's like a buff chance to get it for the your first kill, like on the dungeon, and you can kind of cheese the system by creating starter accounts, then like making a level 10 allied race, and then inviting that character from your starter account that's under your BNet to your main account, and then like queuing together with them. So I queued with some starter account level 10 characters and got on the first day this year because the first kill basically applies to your first group. Anyways, I don't know if that explanation makes sense. If you want to try to get this mount, get extra chances, I can explain the strategy. But basically, what you do is you just create starter level 10 characters, invite them on your main account, and as long as all the starter accounts are in the same BNet, if the mount drops, you can just learn it on a level 10 character and you get the mount. So I got all three of them actually now. But this is the one I was after. The fucking rocket. Never have to do that stupid dungeon ever again. So yeah, hope you all like the video. I'll see you all in the next one. Let me know if you have any pet suggestions or teams you want to see me play.